Hello and welcome to another edition of Pet Pals, today featuring Socks, Save Our Cats and Kittens. I'm Cecil DeMonbran, president of the organization, and we're very happy to be part of this program that is made available to us by Cox. And for those folks we're here at Cox, we appreciate their contribution not only to us but to all the other animal groups who've been able to take advantage of the opportunity to present our story to the community. And we're pleased to have today two wonderful Jennifers. We have Jennifer DeJode and Jennifer Reckner. Jennifer DeJode represents us in our shelter, and Jennifer Reckner has us at our thrift store. We're so happy to have both of them today, and what we'd like to do is position for the community a little bit about what Socks is doing, but we'd like to focus this first segment on Jennifer Reckner and our thrift store. Jennifer, thank you for coming aboard today.
Thanks, Cecil.
One of the things that we all recognize in any organization is we have to have funding. And of course we adopt cats for funds, we raise money various and sundry ways, but one of our principal formats is the thrift store. How about sharing with us some experiences and some ideas you have on our thrift store and what we can do? We
have a lot of stuff. We have a lot of changes coming up with the thrift shop, and one big thing is we need a lot of volunteers right now to help implement that. We'd like to thank Cox a lot. Since the last time we aired Pet Pals, we had gotten a huge response with donations and quite a bit of volunteers, and that's just really huge to us because I'm generally the only person there, and it's a huge thing to have volunteers come in.
A special guest who wants to come out early, but we're going to leave that one till later on. So sorry for interrupting. First time that's happened. But Jennifer, you were talking about our needs for volunteers in there. What things do volunteers get to do when they're in our thrift store? What are our activities?
We can never find enough stuff. I mean, we have so much for them to do. We're looking for all kinds of volunteers. It's not just if you don't have the time just to come down, and we need cleaning, we need people to stock the shelves. We could always use someone that would like to donate, if it's just a military group or a Boy Scout group, Girl Scout group, all kinds of different ideas that we have for different groups that could come down and help us out with yard work. There's things we need, with people putting flyers out on vehicles or on mailboxes to help get the word out about us. And so volunteers to do literally everything. Stuff in the thrift shop as well as outside, even business owners to put signs in their yards to help even just our customers. Our customers could just, if they get word of mouth out that where we're at, what we do, and that we are an absolute 100% nonprofit organization. Everything that we raise through our fundraisers and through the thrift shop goes directly to the shelter to support it. So we need volunteers there, as well as, of course, Jen will be able to tell you about the volunteers they need over there big time, but it's really big that we need volunteers.
Well, that's true, and we also have opportunities in the thrift store and the shelter too, and we'll talk about that later. One of the things that Jennifer mentioned, and we're talking about Jennifer Reckner here, is that the publicity we receive from being on Cox and being on Pet Pals, and I have a visitor here who really wants to come out, but we'll just have to put that one aside. But being on Cox has helped us a great deal, both in our shelter and our thrift store. Publicity that we would like to have is, as she said, signs out in yards that remind people that Socks has a thrift store located on Carmel Drive. And for those who may not know where that is, it's over off of Racetrack Road near the Walmart Shopping Center. So we would like to recommend anybody who would like to come by and check us out. We're open
10 to 5 Wednesday through Saturday.
And that's available for anybody to drop off donations at the same time. Oh, and there you'll be able to see, and one of our visitors who's going to be visiting us a little later on this morning. We'd like to promote her after a while, but she wants to come out now. But if we can, for the moment, talk about what people out there in the community are looking for from Socks and why we're raising money, what Socks is all about. And Jennifer DeJode, who is our shelter manager, has some knowledge of that, and we've got some pictures of cats that we have online. So let me ask Jennifer, I'll toss it over to you for a moment.
Okay, yeah, I had a few cats I wanted to talk about that we're trying to get good homes for. The shelter is our main reason that we're here to help the cats get new homes, and I have let's see, I'm gonna start with Serena. Serena first. She came to our shelter about 3 years ago. She'd had 2 kittens, and those got adopted, and it took her some time to get used to being at the shelter, but coming around and becoming friendly with people. But now she's about 4 years old and ready to get a new home, to her forever home. I also have Heidi. We get a lot of mom cats with kittens that come in. She was a mom cat that came in with about 4 kittens, and they all got adopted, and she's still waiting for her forever home. Savannah as well came in with a litter of kittens, and all her little babies got adopted, and so now she's there waiting for her forever home. Fatty came in. He was rescued from an older person's home that had to go into a nursing home. He is we're guesstimating about 8 to 9 years old. He just likes to lay around, sleep all the time. He's declawed on front, but he's a very sweet kitty. Mimi, she also is one of my special kitties. She came from a feral home in Panama City, where she came out of the woods with a friend of ours that was living in Panama City, renting a house, and she and a few others started coming out of the woods to, as she fed them. So when she moved, she wanted to make sure they had a good place to go. So she brought Mimi in, and I've worked with her over the past year. So now she is in our kitchen and loves people. Xena was left at our doorstep about 3 months ago, with a note attached stating that the owner could no longer take care of her and to please help find her a good home. She's a very sweet cat, loves people, but would probably like to be the only cat in the house. Princess Lily, she was brought in due to someone had abandoned her. The person moved and just left the cat. We don't know about how old she is. We think she's an older cat, probably a senior, and she's looking for a good home. Dorian, he came from Crestview, a lady that volunteers at our work, works a lot with feral cats, and has worked with him, found him coming out of the woods one day, and has worked for months to get him, touchable, and now he's come to our shelter, and he's still a bit shy of people, but he does, he likes to be petted and rubbed and would like to find a good home. Sophie, she is our Hemingway cat that came in they came in as a litter of kittens and was adopted out and returned due to her mom and dad had to move and couldn't take her with them. So she has 5 toes on front and 5 toes on back. Super sweet kitty, and she'd like to go to a new forever home. Komori came in as a kitten with his sisters and brothers. He's still there because he is so shy. Most people overlook him. He does need to find a good home that can, understand that he's just a shyer cat and may hide sometimes, but still loves to be petted and rubbed and toys. He loves to play with his little toys. Felix just came in yesterday with his brother Pistol, and they were rescued from a home. The lady found the mom with litter of kittens and kept one, and needed to find these 2 guys a home. They're up to date on everything and looking for a good home.
All right, well, that's just some of the cats that we have available. Of course, one of the things you can do is catch these online, going to our website and their own pet finders.
Yes.
And this is another thing we'd like to do. Before we go on, we need to take a break right now just for a moment, and we'll come back and talk to you folks more about socks and what we do.